The drama surrounding Andrew Tate and Chase Deore has crossed the line from promotional theater into something raw, volatile, and deeply personal. What unfolded at their latest press conference was not scripted chaos or manufactured tension. It was the kind of moment where restraint breaks down, tempers spill over, and the true stakes of a fight suddenly feel real. This wasn't two men selling a bout with clever soundbites. This was ego, resentment, and pride colliding in real time, with security barely managing to keep the situation from exploding into violence before a single punch has even been thrown. It started with words, but not casual ones. Deore brought up Tate's jail time, the allegations, the controversies that have followed him for years. He didn't just reference them, he weaponized them. He mocked Tate, questioned his survival, and openly wished him more time behind bars if he made it out of the fight alive. That was the moment the room changed. Tate's posture shifted. The composure he often prides himself on evaporated. Within seconds, he was charging forward, grabbing for anything he could use as a weapon, intent on crossing the table and settling the disrespect face to face. It took multiple people stepping in to prevent a full-scale brawl. The press conference was effectively over. Tate had to be escorted out. The fight, in that moment, stopped being theoretical. For Deore, this was the desired outcome. He wants Tate angry. He wants him emotional. He wants him distracted by pride instead of preparation. Deore has been clear from the beginning that he believes Tate's long absence from professional fighting will show the moment the bell rings. This is boxing, not kickboxing. No legs. No clinch-heavy chaos. Just hands, timing, and composure under bright lights. Deore sees this as his moment to expose the gap between image and execution. But Tate doesn't see Deore as an equal in this equation. In his mind, this entire event exists because of him. He has repeatedly dismissed Deore as irrelevant, a placeholder opponent benefiting from Tate's global attention. Tate's language is blunt and unapologetic. He believes people aren't tuning in to watch the champion. They're tuning in to watch him. He frames the fight as his show, his platform, his narrative. Deore, in Tate's eyes, is simply the man standing across from him when the cameras turn on. That attitude has only fueled Deore further. He hasn't backed down. If anything, he's leaned into the role of the disrespected champion. He's responded with defiance, promising violence and insisting that no weight clause, no venue change, no referee, and no judge will alter what he believes is inevitable. Deore doesn't deny Tate's experience. He doesn't deny his fame. He simply believes none of it will matter once fists start flying. What makes this matchup so compelling is the collision of backgrounds. Tate is a former world-class kickboxer, a seasoned striker who has competed at elite levels under pressure. His supporters point to that pedigree and insist muscle memory doesn't disappear. They argue that timing, distance management, and mental toughness translate, regardless of rules set. Some striking veterans have gone as far as guaranteeing that this ends badly for Deore, convinced that Tate's instincts will overwhelm him once the fight turns ugly. Deore, however, represents something different. He is active. He is current. He has logged rounds recently. He has been in the Misfits ecosystem long enough to understand the pace, the pressure, and the chaos of these events. He isn't fighting on reputation. He's fighting on momentum. And in boxing, activity matters. Experience matters. But so does familiarity with the environment you're stepping into. As fight night approaches, the tension hasn't eased. It's escalated. Tate has openly embraced the fact that he has more to lose. His brand is built on dominance, control, and projecting invincibility. A loss here wouldn't just be a sporting defeat. It would be symbolic. Deore, on the other hand, stands to gain everything. If he beats Tate, especially if he finishes him, his name instantly changes status. He goes from Misfits champion to the man who humbled one of the most polarizing figures on the planet. Training footage has only added to the intrigue. Tate looks sharp, but unconventional. He doesn't throw volume. He relies on movement, awkward angles, and timing rather than blocking shots. That style can frustrate opponents, but it also leaves little margin for error. One clean connection from a larger, faster heavyweight can erase years of confidence in seconds. Deore believes that moment is coming. He claims he saw fear in Tate's eyes during their face-off. Whether that's projection or perception, it's a belief he's holding onto tightly. Outside voices have only intensified the debate. Streamers, fighters, and analysts are split. Some believe Tate's combat IQ and mental toughness will carry him through. Others believe ring experience, size, and youth will overwhelm him. Even those who back Tate acknowledge the risk. This is not a tune-up. This is not a novelty bout. This is a legitimate heavyweight clash with consequences. And looming over all of it is the reality that this fight could open doors to even bigger matchups. Tate has already spoken about future opponents, about running through misfits, about names that would generate even more attention. Deore knows that too. He understands that he's standing at the gate. If he wins, he becomes the storyline. If he loses, Tate's momentum only grows. What makes this fight feel different from typical influencer boxing is that neither man is pretending. There's no forced respect, no fake smiles, no playful banter. There is genuine dislike here, real animosity, the kind that doesn't disappear once the cameras shut off. And that's dangerous, because emotion can sharpen focus or completely unravel it. When the bell finally rings, there will be no security guards, no tables to hide behind, no microphones to drop. Just two heavyweights, locked in a ring, forced to answer every question that's been asked over the last few weeks with their fists. Image won't matter. Online arguments won't matter. Only composure, timing, and resilience will. So now it comes down to belief versus reality. Does Andrew Tate's experience and mindset translate cleanly into the boxing ring after years away? Or does Chase Deore's activity, size, and hunger overwhelm him under the lights? Is this the coronation of Tate's return, or the night his myth finally cracks? Let me know what you think. Is this fight already too personal to end quietly? Do you believe Tate's striking background will dominate, or does Deore shock the world and expose the gap between persona